we're live. What
All
is
right, all
going on?
right.
They changed that music recently, so it really throws me off every single time.
Yeah.
It's so different than the original music. So when it played last time because I hadn't done a live stream in a while. I was like,
Yeah.
this puts me off a little bit.
It's like, what is
Um,
this?
yeah, exactly. But welcome to Saturday Night Hangout. I appreciate you joining. Folks, if
Sure,
you're
thank you.
watching now or after the fact, I'm going to introduce TJ Billups. Welcome to the show.
Well, first off, Ryan, thank you for having me on. It is a true honor and a pleasure. When I first got the invitation, I was just thrilled. I said, absolutely, yes. Like I want to do this. But to give myself a quick introduction, so my name is TJ Billups. I am a YouTuber. I've been doing this for about 2 years now. I review movies, I review TV shows, mainly movies, like the newer movies that gets like theatrical releases, sometimes streaming releases, but mostly theatrical because I believe in the theater going experience. But yeah, I've been doing YouTube for the past 2 years. I love what I do. I believe I bring in this insanely bright, bubbly personality to my reviews to make it stand out more. And honestly, I just love talking with you all as far as like, other YouTubers or other creators and just really people who just love movies. That's what it's all about here.
Yeah, man. Like I when I first found your channel, I was like, oh yeah, man, this guy's got a really good personality. Like, I think he's really good at what he's doing. So, yeah, dude. So like, I'm glad I found your channel. I think I found your channel pretty early on when you started, I believe.
Yeah,
I
I think
remember.
my yeah, you know what's funny? I actually remember exactly. It was the review of 1001 with Tiana Taylor. I saw your comment, and then you left this whole detailed message about how you love the breakdown of my review and my personality, and then you sub to the channel. And that comment right there, I don't think you understand how much motivation that gave me to keep it rolling. And then I checked out your channel. I'm like, oh, this guy is pretty cool. Let me go sub to him, right?
Dude,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, man, you did a review of 1001 and a bunch of other movies that I've never even heard of. And it's
Yeah.
funny because those movies that you reviewed that I've never heard of, some of those end up being one of my favorite films of the year. So I thank you for that.
Yeah, man.
Dude,
No problem.
it's
I remember, I
yeah,
think last year, Ghostlight was the one that got you.
yes, it was Ghostlight. I was just blown away because I remember when it was on the AMC app, right? When it was just showing there, I was like, oh, okay, well, I don't know what this is about. I might wait for streaming. And then you did a review. I saw the whole thing. I said, okay, I got to check this out. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I cried watching that movie. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, it's so relatable. Like, so
so
relatable.
relatable.
So, dude, and it still doesn't have a physical media release. It bums me out so much all the time.
See, that's a crime. You would think a movie of like that movie with that level of quality would get some sort of physical release. Maybe not 4K, but at least Blu-ray at the least, right?
Yeah, that's all I'm
But it's
looking
just
for at
like
least.
I don't know. It's kind of unfair, but that's just me.
Yeah, I never understand with like the physical media releases why certain movies, um, they may only get a DVD or may only get DVD and Blu-ray. They don't get a 4K or some just get nothing at all. It's like, why? I mean,
Yeah,
to me, like you're missing an opportunity to get that extra money because believe me, there's people out there that want it on physical media. There's people that like the movie, and to me, you push your movie out more. So I mean, that's just my opinion anyway.
you would think, right?
Yeah,
But
we do have a couple comments in here. We got Kenny Sparks in here saying we're in here,
yo, good man.
and he said he loved Ghostlight. TJ recommended it to me. Ended up in my top 10 for last year. Yeah,
Yes.
see, that's the thing with me and movies, Kenny, and I'm the same way with music as well. I love to go see something that I have no idea what it is or trying something different. And just like being surprised. I feel like nowadays I don't watch as many trailers going into movies as much. Or if I do
Mm,
watch trailers, I watch like, okay, I'm gonna watch like a minute of this trailer and then I'm gonna check out because if they drop a 3 minute trailer, they're dropping all the spoilers and every little
yep.
thing in the movie, and it's like, why go watch the movie? I know all of it now. So for me, like a lot of times I'll watch a teaser or like a minute, and for Ghostlight, I don't watch anything. So I love
Mhm.
discovering those small movies that no one knows what it's about. And to me, also too, when you're doing those smaller movies, it kind of like makes you stand out to getting that out there to other audiences because they don't know what it is. Because a lot of people pay attention to probably like the bigger movies, like if they see something on like Facebook or TikTok or something like that,
Yeah, yeah,
whatever like the big thing is. So like this week it's Snow White, even though there's controversy and everything.
yeah.
Everybody's wondering how that is, and then some people are like, yeah, it's it's crap, but you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So, it's just interesting what some people flock to and what others don't. So like it's always an interesting thing to me. Just and to me, like I always like I don't know about you, but like when I'm watching other YouTubers, I always like to try to guess, especially like if I know their channel and know a lot of like their taste. Like if they're
Mhm.
gonna like the movie, if they're not gonna like the movie, and sometimes I'm right and
Yeah.
sometimes I'm not. So it's always interesting to hear other people's thoughts and like how they like pictured the movie and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
um, I enjoy that aspect of YouTube anyway. And then of course the networking like that. I feel like that's what it's all about, networking and sharing our loves for movies and everything like that. So I enjoy doing that overall.
Yeah, man, same. I mean, hearing other people's opinions, I think that's one of the more fun parts about YouTube. Because like you could like one movie, but
Mhm.
someone else can completely hate it. You're like, man, did we watch the same movie? You know what I mean? And just
Yeah.
seeing like when you see their thoughts and how they break it down, it's like, okay, that does make sense.
Mhm.
But when you look at it for someone who does like it, it's like I also see that. So it all comes down to just different strokes, different folks, and all that stuff. But I think that's one of the beauty because like recently, I know with Snow White, a lot of people do not like that movie, but
Yeah.
a lot of people also like the movie. So it's kind of like, do I even want to watch it? Because I'm not big on live action Disney remakes. I
Yeah.
just think they're soulless cash grabs. Unfortunately, they're guaranteed cash grabs, right? And they're just
Mhm.
not as good as like the OG source material. But it really is interesting when you see people say, "Well, I like this. I like it just as much as the original." And I've seen some people say they prefer the live action remakes more than the original, which is kind of crazy. But you know what? I can respect that because different generations they see the movie one way, some another generation can see a movie another way. So it really all just depends on how you view certain things.
Yeah,
But
of
I
course.
just think the recent Snow White movie is like the perfect example of just seeing that. I love it. I just love seeing the different like people's interpretations of how they view things. I
Yeah.
love it. Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, like I felt like they made it because I guess they felt like the old one was outdated because it was made in 1937. I
Hmm.
was open with them doing like a reimagination of it, all that stuff. I don't really get
Yeah,
in all the controversy and what everybody says and everything. To me, man, I just want to go in and watch the movie. I mean, I don't know these
exactly.
people. I don't know these people. You know what I mean? And the likelihood I'll ever meet them is like slim to none anyway. So it's like
Yeah.
they're gonna have their opinions. I just want to go watch the movie, and I'll for me, like I understand a lot of people don't like Rachel Zegler, but I thought her performance
Hmm.
was pretty good, and I already thought she could sing anyway from West Side Story. So
Yeah, absolutely.
I enjoyed her in that aspect. But I get it, like people don't like her, but some people don't always separate like the art from artists. So
Yep.
it is what it
Yep.
is. I mean, like that's just how everybody's got a different viewpoint on it. We got a couple other comments in
Yeah,
here.
we
We
got a
got
bunch of
Jason's
comments.
Entertainment in here. Hey
Jason,
guys,
what's
how's it
good,
going?
man? Yo,
Nice to see you in
yo.
here, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Um, he agrees with me about the seeing less and less trailers nowadays.
Hmm.
It's tough for me because I don't know how everybody is with like I don't know how you are when you go to the movies, but are you a person that arrives after the trailers, or you want to watch the trailers and be there early and kind of be there for the whole experience?
See, here's the weird thing for me. If it's like a smaller indie film or like a film that no one really knows about, I tend to try and like, skip the trailers and get there right when the movie's about to start, right? But
Mhm.
if it's like a big major blockbuster film, I love to hear like the audience's reactions and their thoughts to it. Like for example, when I saw Deadpool and Wolverine last year, I got there like early, like right when the pre-trailer started and
Oh
hearing
yeah,
everyone's reaction to the different trailers. I don't know, it kind of it gave me a little hope in a way because it's like, okay, they're clearly liking the trailer. Maybe they'll pop out to the theaters and go see this because we need more theatrical release films, and
right.
I will never support that, you know. And but for like smaller films that no one really knows about, I'm like, I might go see the trailer just so I can know what other indie films are gonna like come out. Other
Yeah,
times I'm like, look, I just want to get there right when it starts. I have a busy schedule. I need to make as much time as possible, right?
yeah. I mean, I agree with that. For me, I'm just like an early person for everything.
Yeah,
I
I
don't like to be
respect that.
late for nothing, man.
Oh man.
So I try to be there early all the time. I mean, there's been a few times I've gotten there, the trailers have gone, and there's actually been a couple times where I've gone and they've barely had trailers and they've started the movie. And I'm like, what?
Yep. See, I have a theory on that. I managed. I'm gonna sound like a weirdo when I say this, but like what I've noticed for kids movies, the pre-trailers are shorter compared to like other movies like that are PG-13 or like
Mhm.
superhero films or rated R movies. Yeah, but for kids movies, they tend to be on average about like 15 minutes. And
Mhm.
also for early screenings, the trailers are about 10 to 15 minutes, mostly 10. So I don't know how. I just something I've been noticing for like the past year or so, and
Mhm.
I'm just like, I sound like such a weirdo when I think of this stuff, but like, dude, it's just something that I've noticed. I tend to notice the little things that some other folks may not notice,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah,
just
I
me.
mean, it's kind of like different for me because there's been times where I've gone and there's been no like I've gone and there's been a couple times there's been no trailers at all. Like I literally when I
Really?
went to go see The Monkey, there was no trailers at all. They went straight into the movie and I mentioned it in my review. So they started the movie and then the movie like
Hmm.
froze at like 20 minutes and then they backed the movie up and I
Um,
rewatched the first 20 minutes again.
nice. It all worked out in your favor.
So I mean, I've had that happen, and then this past Wednesday, I went to like an early showing for the Shutter movie called Ash, and it
Hmm.
started at 8. So I got there 15 minutes early. They were already playing the trailer, and the movie started right at 8. And there was actually a couple
Really?
that walked in, and half an hour of the movie had already gone by.
Yeesh, that's
Um,
the worst.
well, I think the reason they did it is because there was a live Q&A after the movie,
Yep.
and it
Hmm.
was in Los Angeles and it was in another AMC theater. So I think they
Yep.
all had to have the movie end at a certain time so everybody could view the live stream. So
Right.
that was really interesting. I never had been to one of those before. So I'm glad they didn't have the Q&A at my theater because I had 6 people.
You know what's funny? I not to cut you off, Ryan. No, no, no.
No,
But to
you're
just
good.
like add more to that for the Ash live stream Q&A. So like I
Mhm,
wasn't there at the LA one, but I went to the one like in my hometown and
mhm,
whatnot. And I remember it was like 5 minutes of trailers, and then the movie just started,
mhm,
right? And then like all the credits rolled, right? And then
mhm.
it cut to the live stream. So they have to adjust from playing the movie to like the live stream because it's like it's live, right?
Yeah.
And during the live stream, it was going in and out for some reason. I don't know why.
Huh.
So about 10 minutes in, I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. Because like the audio was going out, then the video was going out. It's like, yeah, yeah, it's okay. I saw the movie, I have my opinion, but it would have been nice to
Yeah.
hear from the others. Or at least from
I
the cast
actually,
and
I was
director.
gonna say I didn't watch it all myself. I watched about 20 minutes of it because it was really late when that came on.
Yeah,
And like I
yeah.
said, the theater is literally 40 minutes from my house, and I get up really early for work. So it
Yeah.
was already past 10 at that point. And I was like, I'll watch like 20, 25 minutes of it. And they were still going after 25 minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm headed out.
Yeah, man.
So
I
I
don't
don't know.
blame you.
Let's see.
Oh,
Usually I
okay.
watch one trailer and that's it because they keep showing too much of the movie. And sometimes they even spoil
Hmm.
you important part. Yeah, that's what we were
Yep.
saying. And the other thing too is sometimes they do 2 and 3 trailers. Like, why do you? I mean, I think Ilio just dropped its third trailer. Like, do we need a third trailer for that
Wait, it was a
movie?
third trailer? I thought I only had just two.
The other day I saw because I follow this channel called Kino Check on YouTube, and it
Okay.
said it was trailer 3, and I was like, another trailer? I didn't watch it because I don't need to watch another trailer for that. But
Yeah.
it's like, damn, like, come on. Like, I mean, I guess
Y-
maybe because Disney might be afraid because it's an original property, maybe it may not do as well because original movies for Disney haven't been doing well. Um,
Yeah.
so maybe they're
Unfortunately.
afraid like people forget about it because it was delayed and stuff like that. So I
Yeah,
don't
and
know.
that does play a factor, like delaying movies and whatnot. And it is a brand new original IP that may or may not do good when it releases. We'll see. I mean, I'm gonna go see it because I like
Same.
Pixar, like Disney movies. Well, most of them, right? Most Disney movies, but
Yeah.
yeah, but like it's just, I mean, because it actually doesn't look bad. It actually
Yeah.
looks pretty solid. So I hope it just sticks. It could be like Inside Out, because
Yeah.
when that first trailer for the first Inside Out came out, I thought it was like, well, okay, it looks kind of cool. I don't know how this is gonna go. And that first movie ended up being one of my favorite films of all time. I was like, wow, because I was 2015. I was in high school when that movie came out, and it just really
Wow.
connected with me. Yeah, dude. I know.
Yeah, I think I
Oh,
was because I think I'm about 10 years older than you, I believe. And I'm
yeah.
35 now, but I can't remember. Let's see, that came out 2015, so 10 years ago. So yeah, I was 25. So when I saw it at the time, I had just started dating my wife, and
Yeah.
she loves sadness. She loves that character. I've always loved. Anger. I
Anger,
always
yeah.
loved him. He actually comes a few times a year, like for stand-up comedy downtown in my town. So
Oh, really?
yeah, he does like his own comedy tour and everything like that. I've never watched him, but I've
Yeah,
seen like he's popped up or whatever. So I mean, that's cool. I heard that they didn't get that much money for, I forget what it was they got, but it was very minimal money that they're
I
making on these
did hear about
movies,
that.
which is
Yeah,
crazy to me.
it's like you're a billion-dollar corporation. You have the money to pay your actors. Pay your actors, like
Especially like known ones. Like I would say like most of them are pretty known, I would say, in
yeah.
that feature. So I kind of don't blame the ones that didn't come back. Like if they're not going to get, because they're a known face of the property. Like everyone
Hmm.
knows like those characters. So yeah, I didn't agree with
Yeah,
that. But it's greed with corporate America, I guess. So.
gotta love it. Oh
Let's see.
man.
Kenny says Snow White is my least favorite movie of the year, unfortunately.
Yeesh. See,
Wow.
I here's the thing. I told myself I was going to go see it this weekend, but right now I just don't have the energy to go see it. I'm like, do I really want to spend time and resources into seeing it? I mean, I wouldn't spend no money because I'm an A-list member from AMC, but
Same.
like, I I don't know. Do I want to put time out of my day to go see a movie that I may or may not find good? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Plus, like, I I don't know. I just don't care for it as well. I mean, I know despite the controversy, like whatever, it's just like
Yeah.
the movie as a whole, from like a visual standpoint, and just from the trailer, it just doesn't look appealing to me. Kids may like it, but like I'm 25, so
No, I get
you
it.
know,
I get it
you
too. And
know.
they kind of, I don't know. I didn't watch all the trailers for it. I only watched the teaser trailer. I don't know if
Mhm.
in the marketing if they expressed that it was a full fledged musical. So I don't know on that.
Uh, I guess you could argue because like it's Snow White and Disney. I guess Disney kind of assumed that people would know that it's a musical.
Hmm.
I mean, I haven't seen the first Snow White in so long, so like I
Yeah.
can't speak too much on it because it's been years.
I
Like
just
I
watched
forgot
it
what
the other
happened.
day.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've definitely changed some things in it for sure, and definitely updated. The main thing is, I'm not going to go into spoilers and say
Yeah.
anything just in case you want to see it, but the main thing is the third act they really changed up from the
Mm,
original. um,
okay.
and then they changed up kind of like the aspect with the prince aspect. That's all I'll say. But
Okay.
and then there's obviously more songs and like original songs as well, so
Yeah, yeah. But here's the thing. As far as the original songs, is it
Mhm.
as bad as Scuttlebutt from The Little Mermaid? I know you remember that song with
Yeah.
Aquafina. Is it that bad?
um so as far as the soundtrack, I liked the soundtrack. There was only two songs I didn't like in the movie.
Okay.
One of them was a song that Gail Gadot sung, and I actually mentioned in my review I thought she was miscast personally. I
Yeah.
like her,
Yeah.
but I just didn't think she was. She just felt kind of stiff in like her acting in the movie.
Hmm.
So I didn't really care for her all that much. I thought, but she's not really, because in the original Snow White, the Queen isn't in the movie all that much. She's in the
Right.
movie a little bit more, but she's still out of the movie enough to where it didn't really irk me that much when she was on screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, and then there was another song they sang that was in the Force. That was a new song. The song was called Princess Problems.
Princess
And
Problem.
I mentioned it in my review, but it reminded me of like Steve from Blue's Clues, like singing a song to like a bunch of children, and I was like, nah.
Yeah, nah. Right. Right, man.
So yeah, those are the two weak songs for me. But like other than that, like I enjoyed the music for the most part. Like I enjoy musicals in general, but
Hmm.
I know not everybody does. It's not everybody's thing. So
Yeah, I'm kind of like in the middle, you know what I mean? Because
it
like
depends. Yeah,
it's just like,
I
I
understand.
wouldn't be my first go to, but
Well, I think also too that's why a lot of times these movies don't advertise that certain movies are a musical because of fear of like the general population maybe not liking musicals as much, because they did that with
yeah.
Mean Girls. They didn't advertise that as a musical, even though I knew up front it was. So,
Hmm.
but it's interesting what they do for their marketing sometimes.
It is.
I'm happy to see more foreign movies have more recognition and are starting to be more accessible for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I 100,000% agree, Jason. Like, for example, back in what, February? Did you ever see the movie I'm Still Here? I think you did
Yes.
see it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. Like,
Very
even
good.
though technically it's a 2024 film, I'm going to count it as 2025
I did
since
as
I guess
well.
that's when it was officially released here.
Yep.
That is, I was blown away when I saw that movie. I was like, yo, this is incredible from like just so many levels from a filmmaking aspect, acting aspect, even like knowing the history of oh my gosh, the woman's name, Eunice Pavia, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Like knowing her story, and I did some research after the movie to see what she did. This woman is like a true hero. Like she's done a lot, like a
Yeah.
lot, like. But it was just really amazing that the movie just centered this around her and her family, and finally told her story on the big screen, and I loved it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree. It was a really good movie.
Mhm.
I like seeing foreign movies too, but I feel like most of the ones that could at least come to my theater, I get a lot of those like Telugu movies and like Indian type
Mm.
movies.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's not that I don't want to see those movies, but a lot of them are like 3.5, 4 hours long. I mean, it's really
Yeah,
tough to go into a movie like that and sit for
yeah.
4 hours.
It's like, it's like,
I
hey man, I
mean,
got things to do tomorrow morning. So
right. So especially for me, because like I double up, like I was saying before the stream, I do a lot of doubling up. Four
yeah,
hours, like especially after work, like let's just say it starts at like 5, 6 o'clock. I mean, and previews, oh man, it's a late
that's
night,
that's too much.
man.
That's too much, man.
So I mean, if there's
God.
something where people talk about it, or if it's something that like I remember RRR, was it RRR? That was a really
Yeah,
big popular movie, um, which that really took off, honestly.
yeah.
So but yeah, I'm happy for foreign films and stuff like that. If there's any up there, I try to see them and try to give them a shot if I can.
Yeah. I think
So
the last big foreign film, I mean, you could argue it's a foreign film, but Godzilla minus one.
yeah,
Technically, is that a foreign film? Argue,
yeah,
yeah, right?
it
Yeah, yeah,
is.
I would say it is. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure it is. Okay.
I didn't see it, but yeah, I know that I haven't
Oh,
seen
dude.
it. Yeah.
You gotta see it. It's one of the greatest. Honestly, you could argue that's probably one of the best Godzilla movies in like forever,
Yeah.
right? Especially in recent years. So yeah, give me that one movie over the MonsterVerse. I'm not gonna lie. I just
Yeah, I'm sure it's way different than what that is
it's
for sure.
incredible. Yeah, dude.
I can imagine. What did you think of the Lilo and Stitch trailer?
So I actually, surprisingly, I didn't hate it. I
Hmm.
actually liked the trailer. I'm like, okay, looks like they're sticking to the source material, right? Stitch looks good, the rest of the
Hmm.
cast looks good. My only problem, the casting of Nani. I'm still kind of questioning that a little bit. I don't know. Because when you look at Nani from the animated movie and then look at Nani live action, they
Hmm.
look like two completely different people. I'm like, I don't see it. But I'm gonna see the movie. I'm gonna see the movie, and then because listen, her performance could surprise me. Maybe she could play the character to a T. But it just from like looking at it from like I guess from a casting standpoint, I just don't see Nani. But Leela looks great. Everyone else looks fantastic. So I have no complaints there.
Yeah, to be honest, like the cartoon, I like it. I don't know if I love it as much as everybody else. I know my wife really likes it, so
Yeah.
I'll probably end up seeing it, just because she really wants to see it. I don't want to say like I'm like overly excited for it, but like yeah, I'll give it a
Mhm.
shot, a fair shake, and check it out and
Yeah.
see how it goes. Um, I mean, who knows? It could be a top movie for the year. I don't know. You
It
never
could be,
know.
honestly.
You never know. I mean, I try to be in an open mind, and I feel like for me, like if it's a movie where I can't go into open minded or feel like I can't give a fair review, then I usually won't go see it or review it. That's kind of how I feel. Because I like to give
Yeah.
honest reviews and honest takes and try not to be biased and stuff when I go
Yeah, of
into
course.
watching movies and stuff. But I mean, obviously, we all kind of like have our genres that maybe like we don't really like as much or something that just doesn't interest us. So yeah, I just try to see stuff that I know I can give a fair review to. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
so I'll go check it out. I mean, I didn't see the full trailer. I saw like a teaser trailer, and like I did see that Stitch. I mean, he looks fine. So
Yeah.
uh, we'll see how it goes. I mean,
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Hopefully the movie's good. So
I hope. Yeah, there's really no right or wrong movie opinions, even though some really feel
really
wrong.
wrong. Kenny, you're not wrong. You got a point there. Like I know, like again, everyone is entitled to their own opinion and whatnot, but there are some
Yeah.
opinions where I'm like, I don't see it. I don't get it. Like I try to understand, but my tiny little brain just can't process how. You know,
Yeah.
I just I don't get it.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I'm
just
that
don't
way
get it.
too. I mean, like recently I just saw Black Bag and
Mhm.
everybody seems to really like that movie and I was like, I don't see it.
Okay, see Ryan, this is why I'm glad our channels met because I am in the same boat. I don't hate the movie, but I don't get the hype. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's well acted. I did enjoy the dialogue, but
Mhm.
like, I think it's kind of overhyped. I don't want to. Well, yeah, no, I'm gonna call it overhyped because, like, again, it's not bad. I think the movie is just fine. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You know, but that's
I
just me.
think sometimes I kind of had this conversation the other day with somebody else, and we were talking about sometimes do you feel that people give good ratings to movies because there's certain actors or actresses in the movie and like maybe they like their performance, so they enjoy it more because they like that particular actor or actress? Like, have you ever felt that way before?
Sometimes, yeah, like there are some movies where, like, I try not to have a bias, but there are
Yeah,
some actors that I am like a huge fan of their work, for example. But if the
right,
movie is not good, I'm gonna say the movie's not good. You know what I mean?
right,
You know what I mean? Because there's only so much one actor or a group of actors can do to save a movie. Because if that writing is not good, then what's the point, right?
yeah,
Like, however, I do believe you can acknowledge the good in a bad movie, and you can acknowledge the bad in a good movie,
of
right?
course,
So that's where I come from. I try not to be as biased as possible because there's like a bunch of actors. I'm like, yo, if they're in a movie, I'm there. If the movie's
hmm
bad, then I'm gonna say it's bad, but their performance kind of made it more enjoyable. You know what I mean?
right, right. Like it wasn't torturous, so to speak.
Yeah. Like Lakeith Stanfield. I don't know. You saw Haunted Mansion, right?
I did.
Yeah. To me, that movie sucked. It was not a good movie, but to me, Lakeith Stanfield, Owen Wilson, and
Mm,
Tiffany Haddish, they their performance made the movie more enjoyable, in my opinion.
yeah.
But if you took their performances away, what do you have? Like, what's there?
To be honest, I haven't watched it since the theater. I actually did pick it up and put it in the collection, but I love the original more, obviously, with Eddie
Mhm.
Murphy. I mean, that's the movie, and every
Yeah,
time I've gone to like Disney World, like gotta go to Haunted Mansion, you know.
yeah,
So
exactly.
I I didn't hate the movie, but yeah, I haven't revisited it since the theater. I feel like I have that situation a lot because I just watch so many movies. I'm always
Yeah,
keeping up with the newest stuff, and I try to like squeeze in like in between stuff from my collection, and then I try to do some new watches, like older movies every
Mhm.
year of stuff I haven't watched before, and try to squeeze it all in.
Yeah,
but
literally,
it's
right?
but it's tough at times. Like this month has been crazy for movies. Like
Yeah,
there has been for me, there's been like 3 or 4 movies every week, and I'm just
yeah,
like,
like, and it's
phew,
funny. Yeah, it's like so many movies because, like, unfortunately, for us A-list members, we only get 3 movies a week, right?
we're
So
getting
it's kind of
four
like
soon.
you're right. It will be 4, so I'm kind of thankful for that,
Yeah,
right? But it's also like there are so many movies coming out this week that I feel like some of these should not be coming out at the same time. Like
yeah,
I feel like some of these were supposed to come out last year.
yeah.
In
Some
fact,
of
some of
them
them
were.
were originally, but
Some
things
of them
happen.
were. Yeah. And I think that's kind of like the problem with having so many movies like that. Like some of them get the short end of the stick, and then the fact
Yeah,
that there's so much content like on streaming and like stuff dropping every single week. So like I
yeah,
get it. Like theaters have a big tough challenge to get certain people to come in to maybe see like a mid-tier movie or maybe like a lower tier type of movie versus like something big. I don't know, like a Godzilla Kong or something like that.
yeah.
So they definitely have a challenge, I would say. I would say that the live action I like more than the original is the Jungle Book.
It's been so long since I've seen the live action Jungle Book that I kind of forgot. But I will forever remember the OG. But from what I remember from the live action, I don't remember it. Yeah, I don't remember it being terrible. I remember it being pretty enjoyable for the most part. But it's been so long that I might feel different about it if I see it again.
I honestly have never seen it. I've only seen the cartoon, so
Yeah,
I don't really have an opinion on it. But I've heard people say they've really enjoyed it, so maybe I need to check it out at some point.
yeah, yeah.
Um, And he's commenting on Rachel
Rachel
Zegler. She
Zegler.
was in Hunger
Okay,
Games.
I haven't seen the new one, so
Uh,
yeah,
she or somebody asked me why I wasted my time even watching someone. I told them to form my own opinion. Yeah,
yeah,
the thing is, man, and I don't know how you feel here. I really don't like this whole new generation of just like bashing movies before like they even come out like that.
yeah,
Just to bash them. Like, go see the movie and then actually form your opinion. Like, I don't know about you, but I do feel like some of the reviewers, like top reviewers, I would say on YouTube, I think
yeah,
some of them literally just are bashing it to just get that viewership and like, because to me, like, I didn't feel the movie was like that horrible personally, like how everybody's saying it is. I tried to go in with an open mind with it. I mean, again, like I think it's just one of those things. Like you can't separate the art from the artist. People are just gonna go, yeah, it sucks.
yeah,
Um, but I don't know. I mean, everybody's got their own opinion, and um, I never. I try to. What was I gonna say? I try to. Um, if somebody says something that sucks or something like that, I'll go see it for myself regardless. You know what I
yeah.
mean? To form my
That's
own
all you can
opinion.
do.
So,
Your
um,
best opinion is your own opinion.
yeah, I mean, definitely for sure. I
Yeah,
definitely agree on that. So, yeah, man, I don't know why people say stuff like that.
yeah. It's
Jason
like,
says she subbed to you, by the way.
oh, Jason, thank you so much. I believe I am sub to your channel. If not, I will check and validate that. I hope I'm not exposing myself on live, but these things happen.
There's been a few movies I was happy. I didn't see a trailer for. Strange Darling comes to mind.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah, that is the one time where I'm like, hey, don't watch the trailer. Just go in for
Yeah.
open mind because that movie was amazing.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was just shocked at how good it was, man.
It was a top movie definitely last year. I enjoyed it, and I the nonlinear plot just like it just really worked for it, and yeah, I love it. I added it to the
Yeah,
collection back there. I need to rewatch it at some point. Definitely a good
same, man.
movie. I think the Elio's situation is more because the first trailer was in like June 2023.
It was
Yeah,
that
that is true. I,
long.
I think they're trying to bring it back to remind people about it,
Mm,
because that's the thing. And me and my friend, we talked about marketing the other day. You have to put this movie on social media and in people's faces so they see and know that like
yeah,
this movie is dropping. You need to go see it because you get lost in the shuffle. Like I just said, there's so much stuff on streaming, and
yeah.
it's stuff every week. I mean, I got a list I have to keep literally in notes on my phone of like what is coming out this
Yeah,
week.
literally. Yeah, I think a
So
lot of factors play into that. Because, for example, like I think streaming has definitely ruined the theater going experience and overall
yeah,
just theatrical releases. Because some people will say, "Oh, well, why don't I just wait for it to come on streaming?" And,
yeah,
and like, yeah, here's one thing that I've been thinking about recently. Like, let's say, for example, a brand new movie comes out, right? Let's say Companion, for example,
mm-hmm.
and the movie is already available for streaming or at least video on demand, right? And it came out what, in January? I think it was available for video on demand 3 weeks after it's released. And I've heard people say, "Yeah, I'm sure it is a good movie, but I'll wait for it to come on streaming or video on demand because it's free." I'm like, it's not. You're literally paying for a subscription to get access to the content. So you
Yeah,
might as well go see it in the theater. So you're not getting it for free. I
yeah,
never understood that argument. I never understood it. This
yeah.
has nothing to do with like the Leo getting delayed, but I'm just thinking what's in my brain right now.
Well,
I don't get it.
I had this conversation about the movies the other day. I feel like if for a family, it depends. So like for instance, most of the time when the movie comes on VOD, it's $20 to rent.
Right.
Now that would make sense for a family of like 5 or 6, but like somebody like me, why would I pay $20 when I can go to the movie, I have the A list and all that, and just go see? We can go see it
Yeah.
in any format we want, pretty much. If it's a bigger movie, obviously.
Right. 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 Right.
But
Right.
so like I think about stuff like that. To me, I don't think the movies is as expensive as an entertainment as everything else if you're not buying like the extra snacks and all that stuff. Like for
Yeah.
instance, we have the pass. It's $24 a month. Like you can't beat that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Not at all.
You can't
Even
beat
if you don't
that.
go that often, it's only like you
Well,
only pay a monthly fee.
right. And even if you go to a movie like I don't know, like twice a month. I mean, the ticket's
Yeah,
usually about $12 anyway.
yeah. So it's like you might as well take advantage of the A list or
Yeah,
whatever movie passes available, or not movie pass. I think Regal has Regal Unlimited. That's what it's called.
they do.
Yeah, just take advantage of like advantages or just I guess yeah, just take advantage of like I guess memberships like that because you're saving so much money. Now, as
I
far as food and concessions, well, that's a different conversation.
It depends with me. Like, for me right now, like I'm kind of more so on a diet than trying to lose weight, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I try not to like go crazy with like snacks and stuff like that, especially when I'm at the movies. As much
Mhm.
as I am,
Yeah.
I like popcorn, but it just depends. Actually, I recently went over to the UK and I went at their theater. They actually have nachos with salsa, cheese, and guacamole. And I was like, we don't have that
Really?
at all.
No, we don't.
I was like, dude, this is amazing.
Let me find out the UK got it popping. Let me find
Yeah.
out right now, man.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's because I have another friend over there. I went to his
Hmm.
wedding and we went to go see Captain America. And
Hmm. Yep.
he's like, yeah, they got these nachos and you can pick like they ask you like, what do you want? Do you want all three? Do you want like double cheese? Like all this other stuff. I'm like, this
Dude,
is great.
that is heaven on earth.
Yeah, man. I was like, they need to step up their game around here. We just get
Yeah.
like the generic cheese, like, for nachos, I feel like. But
Yeah.
so I don't know. But that was really cool. Um, hey, what's going on, Danny? I heard mix about Snow White. I will pass on the movie. Fair enough, man.
That's fair. Yeah.
Kenny says, I don't think I saw mention one time that it was a musical, but I like musicals, so that's not a problem for me. The controversy is stupid. I agree. The thing
Yeah.
is, I think some of the stuff she said, particularly, I can understand why it would turn some people off. But
Hmm.
this is kind of, I'm not trying to make excuses for her when I say this, but I feel like she's very young. She's only 23.
Yeah.
She hasn't been in the industry very long. She pretty much got in the industry with West Side Story. And I feel like when you come from the outside into an industry like that, and you're not, I don't know if she has family in the industry or not. I don't think she does. But
I don't know.
um, when you're not into that world and then you come into this world and then you say stuff like that on your platform, I mean, she's going to learn real quick at this
Yeah.
point. But
Yeah.
she's just young and just, I don't know. I guess I just picture myself saying the dumb things that I've said when I was in my 20s. So I'm not giving her a pass or anything, but yeah, I think sometimes like some of the stuff she could have maybe worded differently or maybe not have said technically.
Yeah, or at least she should have gotten like some better PR training of like, hey, maybe you shouldn't say this when you're on like, when
Yeah,
you're like, on a live or whatever, or like an interview or anything, because like you
yeah,
said, she's young, like coming from like the outside world into this very tight and like high demanding industry. It's
yeah,
like, hey, there are rules to this, and you got to understand that, right? I
yeah.
mean, you're allowed to feel how you feel, but
Of
like,
course.
don't sacrifice your career for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because she's a very talented individual. Great musician, great actress. Or I say musician, great singer, great singer, great actress. It's like don't throw that away. You know what I mean?
I
And yeah,
agree.
she may have said some dumb stuff. I'm not defending her, but it's just
Yeah,
like I think the internet or a certain side of the internet is like blowing that out of proportion because the way they're treating her for the past year or two, you'd
mhm.
have thought she was like the antichrist or something. It's like
Yeah,
she just is what she said. Listen, there are plenty of other actors who have said dumb stuff, and nothing
yeah.
has happened to the movie, or in some cases, it has. Right? For example, I'm gonna give you a great example. Cynthia Ervio, I believe that's how you pronounce her name.
Hmm.
She's been in the industry for years now,
Hmm.
right? And I don't know if you saw this, but one of the fans of Wicked, right before the movie came out, about maybe a month and a half before it came out,
Hmm.
um, a fan of Wicked made this fan made poster, right? And it was
Hmm.
you ever seen like the Wicked like the Broadway play poster?
I've
You know
never
how it
seen
has
it,
like
but
okay, but there's like a poster where you have like actually I, I'm trying to remember what's the name of the queen, the woman
I
in
didn't see
white.
the movie yet.
I can't remember her damn name. Glinda. So there's
Okay.
in the poster, Glinda is whispering in Elphaba's ear, the Green Witch, right? And
Hmm.
Elphaba has like this smirk on her face with the red lipstick, right? A
Hmm.
fan edited that Broadway poster, right, and did it with like the actors from the movie, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, right?
Hmm.
And And it was all out of like, good faith, right? Something cute, something fun, to say, hey, showing love to like, the Broadway poster and the upcoming film.
Yeah.
Cynthia saw that and she just unleashed hell. She was just so angry at that. She was like, what did she say? Kenny, you can let me know in the chat. I think she said something along the lines of, um, what was it? Why are you I can't remember what it was. Something about why are you hiding my eyes in the poster? My eyes supposed to see the audience. It was some dumb stuff, right?
Oh,
It was
geez.
like, what are you talking about? And then the entire internet just said, all right, yeah, this woman's tweaking, right? And some people were like, oh, the movie's gonna flop because of what she said. The movie made over 750 million worldwide. So clearly saying
Yeah.
some dumb stuff doesn't really matter. Plus, given how strong the Wicked fan base is, that one little comment was not going to kill the movie's box office success. It was stupid, yeah, but like,
Yeah.
when as an actor or an actress not say any dumb stuff during their press tour?
This is true. It
Yeah,
happens. I mean, there's other actors and actresses that do worse, and I
yeah,
mean, like I
way
remember,
worse.
was the dude from the Flash or whatever? Like everybody had their
Ezra
pitchforks
Miller,
out for
yeah,
all the stuff he did. He's done way worse.
way worse.
So
And the
I
movie
mean,
was terrible on top of that. So it's like, dude, you're just
yeah.
whatever.
First of all, what's the Scuttlebus is a masterpiece. I will not stand for Scuttlebus
All right, this
slander.
guy's trolling. We got to troll in the chat. We got to troll. Kenny's just trolling.
Unsubscribe.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Just kidding.
Oh man, we love you, Kenny.
Yeah, all of. I still need to see it. I'm still here. Yes,
Yes.
go check it out, man. It's a very powerful film with a very interesting story, stuff that I would have never known about, and I'm glad that it got to share its story and got recognized at the Oscars as well. At least got a
Yeah.
nomination.
Yeah,
That
and
that
it won on
helps.
top of that. So Brazil is going crazy right now after that win. So
Yeah,
yeah.
so I'm happy for it. I'm glad it got a little bit of recognition. What do you think of the John Wick spin-off ballerina trailer?
So I didn't see the new trailer. I saw the teaser trailer when it came out last year. I think it came out last year.
Hmm.
I saw that and it showed Ana de Armas, kicking butt and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I thought it looked cool. I thought it looked cool. I mean, they found a way to bring back John Wick, even
mm.
though at this point, if you haven't seen John Wick 4, I don't know what to tell you. But John Wick died at the end of John Wick 4. The movie's been out for 2 years. At this point, I don't know what to tell you, man.
I
But
haven't seen
yeah,
John Wick 4.
would you have? Oh my god! Oh my god!
I never saw it, and I think it's
Oh
because it was
my!
3 hours. Because for me, I really liked the first two. I think the
Yeah,
third one like really started to like go over the top for me.
yeah.
And then this new one, I was like, 3 hours. I don't know if I could sit 3 hours to watch
You,
this. So I need to
but it
watch
was the
it.
greatest 3 hours ever. I am so sorry. I did not know that. Oh my god!
You're good.
I feel so bad now.
You're good, man.
But going back to the ballerina, yeah, the movie actually looks pretty cool. I'm actually interested in seeing it, and
Hmm.
honestly, I just hope that it's good because so far, John Wick, this whole series has been pretty consistent. I hope this new spinoff can keep it rolling. We don't talk
Yeah.
about the Continental. I'm gonna leave it at that. The Continental spinoff show had no. I'm just gonna pretend that doesn't exist.
Yeah, I didn't watch that, so
I
I don't
just,
even know. But
it just
yeah, I'll go check it out. I'll give it a shot. I like Ana de Armas. Hopefully it breaks her streak. She's been in some not the best movies lately.
yeah,
She was in that
yeah.
Ghosted movie that was not very good.
I didn't see it, but I heard nothing but negative things.
Yeah, so I hope she can get back on track for her sake. Um, yeah, the length of Bollywood, Nollywood, Tollywood is a turn for me, even though I loved RRR. Yeah, like that's
Yeah,
always how their films are. I think the last one that I watched, Kenny, was a few years ago. I had no idea, but when I went into the movie, it was actually a remake of Forrest Gump in Indian form.
hmm.
So I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah. Like, who'd have knew?
Yeah, they really changed it. And I think it was like a 3 hour movie, but I liked it, even though I love the original Forrest Gump. But yeah, that was cool that it was something different. But yeah, they always
Yeah,
have these movies just dropping randomly, but yeah, they're always long.
yeah. Oh man,
uh Godzilla minus one is GOAT.
facts,
I'll
facts.
have to see it. And he agrees with you that God minus one is definitely the
The
best
best guy.
Godzilla movie I've
It,
ever
it, it
seen.
is. It
Ever.
is. You got to see it, man. It's top tier.
Let's see. The Lilo and Stitch are sold me on everything, but Nana, there are actually really humans that look as Nana. Okay.
Nani, yeah. I mean, Nani. We just gonna have to see. We just gonna have to see.
And he said that Lilo and Stitch is his second favorite movie.
Yep.
And Kenny says, yeah, I really like Black Bag, but will it end up in my top 15, 20 movies of the year? Probably not.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't understand either.
I
I
don't get the hype.
agree. I don't know. He was really rooting for Kihu Quinn, but Love Hurts is pretty bad. Yeah, I didn't really like it
Yeah.
much either. A matter of fact, I went to go see it. I was kind of sleepy when I went to go see it, so I was almost like dozing off a little bit in that movie because
Yeah.
it just wasn't. Man, like there's a few good action scenes. Don't get me wrong, but
Hmm.
and like the choreography of like the fighting was pretty good because obviously it was done by a choreographer, like as his
Yep.
first time directing. But like outside of that, like I didn't care about the characters at all. And then I think you mentioned in your review about what's her face? Why am I forgetting her name? Drawing a blank.
Are you talking about Ariana DeBose?
Yes, Ariana DeBose. I
Yes.
think you
Yeah.
may have mentioned in your review, like, what's up with her agent?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with her agent. Whoever he or she is, they need to be fired.
Yeah,
This
they're
is not a
putting
good
her in some
streak.
crap.
Yeah. I'm rooting for her comeback because this is I don't know, man. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I love A List. Without it, I wouldn't see half the movies I go see. It's such a lifesaver. I bring my own
Yes.
water, snack. Dude, I have my
Hmm.
I always bring my Stanley with me wherever I go. So I always have that like filled to the brim, like plenty of water, and ready to go. And then sometimes I'll get popcorn, like I said. But dude, loaded chicken nachos, dude, we don't have that here at all.
Actually, you know what? It depends. If you go to like a dine-in AMC theater, they technically they do have like these loaded nachos where they put like grilled chicken,
Mm.
what was it? See, some sort of special seasoning, pico de gallo, black beans, nacho cheese, and sometimes what you can do if you don't want grilled chicken, you can get
Mm.
like crispy chicken instead, and you can put bacon on it. I think certain
Wow.
A, yeah, dude. Only, but like it's so many calories. That's why I don't get it that often because I'm trying
Oh
to cut
yeah.
down, and I'm like, but every now and then I'm like, you know what? What the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Well, if it's a movie, I think I would save that for like a movie I'm really excited for or something like that.
Mm,
Unless like I'm just like super hungry or something. But dude, I've
yeah,
never seen that. That's awesome. I need to
yeah. I
check out
think it's
that
certain.
theater.
Yeah, man. I think it's certain AMC dining theaters. It should be nationwide, I think, but I know some dining theaters operate differently than others.
Yeah.
But I think for the most part, they should have the same menu. I think, but
I know recently they just got donuts at my theater.
really? Are you
Yeah,
talking
they got
like? Oh, you mean like donut holes, like the little
yeah.
minis?
Yeah,
Oh,
we,
okay. Yeah,
we
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, we have those too.
I didn't try them. I don't know if they're any good, but
As they're okay. They're okay. About as good as you can get for like what, $10, even though that's a little high, but
yeah, I
what do I
never
know?
tried them, but I saw that and I was like, they had like peanut butter ones, and I was like, I don't know about this. I like peanut butter, but
It's like,
let's see. Yeah, since he was tripping with that one, and I think he's got the what she said. This is
yep,
the wildest, most offensive thing I've seen, equal to that awful. A lot of what is it saying? All of
AI.
us are AI of us fighting to edit my face and hide my eyes is to ease me. That is just deeply hurtful. I got you.
Yep, yep. That's what she said. And to this day, no one knows what she's talking about, bro. To this day.
I didn't even know she said that. I didn't know there was controversy with it. I know that it recently just dropped on Peacock yesterday, and I want to check it out because actually I was going to rent it because
Mhm.
sometimes I'll rent stuff off the TV. So it depends. But like you can only buy it, and I was like, I don't want to buy a movie I don't know if I'll like or not. So I was like, I'll just
Yeah.
wait for Peacock. So
Excuse me.
let's see, we got Sully in here saying, "What's up, boys?"
Oh, what's
Which
good, Sully?
2025 has been the biggest surprise for you so far? Okay, so I got an answer to this question. I saw this movie last night,
I'm
but I
ready.
have not done my review. I've not posted my review yet. The biggest surprise was Magazine Dreams, and right now that is my number one movie of the year at the moment.
Really?
Magazine Dreams.
Really?
I loved that movie. Loved
Dude,
it.
I actually, no, I'm gonna let you finish. I didn't want to jump in. I
No,
don't
no,
want to
you're
jump
good.
in.
You're good. I loved the movie. I thought Jonathan Majors, his acting was great in the movie, and I think the mental health aspect, like, really was very much explored in that. Like, his
Mm-hmm.
character, he's not the most likable character in that movie,
Yeah.
because of like what he goes through. One thing I do appreciate about the movie and the route they didn't go, and I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll kind of like circle around it. But the
Mm-hmm.
certain part where it starts to get really dark, in that movie, and you're like, oh
Yeah.
man, is he going to really do this thing? And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
please don't do this thing. Please don't do this thing. And then he doesn't do it. And then it switches its outcome a little bit. I'm like, okay, I can rock with this.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I saw Magazine Dreams about 2 weeks ago. It was an AMC screen unseen.
Mm,
I saw that. Well, here's the thing. I knew what movie was going to be because what I do, I'm gonna give a little cheat code. I'm gonna put y'all on game real quick.
mm,
So I'm a part of this AMC A-list subreddit, right? And every time when there's an AMC screen unseen, I check the latest post to see what's the movie around 6:30 Central Time because
mm.
the Eastern folks they know what movie it is when they go to the theater, and all the Eastern folks they say, "Oh, this is the movie, this is the movie," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I'll decide if I want to go see it or if I won't."
Yeah.
Sometimes I predict what movie it is even before I get the actual answer at that time, you
Mm,
know. But if it's a movie that I think is going to be what it is, then I go check it out, right? And Magazine Dreams was one of those movies, and I thought it was good.
yeah.
I thought was it one of my favorite movies of the year? Um, I don't know yet because like again, I think it's a good movie, but I think what really sells it was Jonathan Majors' performance,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that performance, I was like, yo, this guy,
I
that
mean,
is talent.
there were points. It's been like this. It's been a long time where I just kind of like was had my hands to the chair and I'm like, oh my god, like did he
Yeah,
just say that? Did he just do that? Like some of his
yep,
actions in that movie, like it had me like a little tense at certain
yeah, like whoa,
points.
wait a minute.
Yeah, I mean, he's the guy. I mean, the guy was like, I mean, he was just on point in that movie.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a lot of movies with him, but I was like,
mhm,
this is really good. Like, I really liked it. Tough subject, I would say.
yeah.
Um, but I really liked that. And actually, while we're also on the subject about surprises, I would say Last Breath was another surprise for me as well.
I haven't seen that movie. I haven't seen
Yeah,
Last Breath. I'm
I
trying to.
recommend it for sure. I don't know if you've seen the documentary by chance. Yeah,
I didn't
I
even know
would
there was a
say,
documentary.
yeah, it's a based on a true story.
Okay.
But after watching that movie and not watching the documentary, like there's a certain part in that movie where you're thinking, man, like no way that could have happened, but it really did happen. So um, it just was a very, very interesting movie of a topic that I don't know. I feel like you don't get a ton of like underwater movies like that.
Hmm.
So it was cool to see that. I thought it was a fresh movie, and I like Woody Harrelson. So like it was, I was kind of like iffy on it with the trailer. I don't think the trailer sold it that well, but everybody's
Mm,
reviews definitely sold me. Like that's the thing about like YouTube. Like sometimes I watch people's stuff and they convince me to go see stuff that maybe that I don't want to watch. I know Kenny just did a review recently on My Dead Friend Zoe. I have that on my
yeah,
list to check out.
yeah,
I know you did a review on it as well. So y'all
yep,
have me sold on it. So I'll have to watch it. It definitely wasn't on like I kind of saw the trailer and I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. I don't know if I really would
yeah.
enjoy this, but you know, Kenny and y'all sold me on it, so I'm gonna have to check it out. It did just drop on VOD this week, so I definitely want to check it out and see how I
Yeah.
feel.
And to answer Sully's question, the biggest, the film that was the biggest surprise for me this year, honestly, and he did a review of this. It was Neza 2, the new Chinese
Okay.
animated movie that came out. That movie blew me away because like I didn't see a trailer.
Yeah.
I just went in. Sully said he loved it. Other people were praising it. I'm like, okay, let me go see the movie for myself,
Yeah.
dude. I to this day this is probably one of the greatest animated films of all time. Like we got to
Wow.
put that movie on the list. It's incredible. And right now it is sitting in what number 5 for the
Mm.
world's highest grossing films like ever.
Interesting.
Yeah, the
Huh.
fact that that movie beat like No Way Home, and I think it beat a whole bunch of other movies. It's like,
Wow.
man, after seeing, it's like, yeah, it should be in the top 5. It is.
Interesting.
I don't even have the words for it, man. I'm
Huh.
talking great action, great story, incredible voice acting. It's just such an amazing film on so many levels that even if you haven't seen the first one, you can
Mhm.
still love and admire this one. It's truly like just wow, man. If you haven't seen it,
I'll have to
please go
look
see
out
it.
for it. I mean, I've heard a few people talk about it, so I'll have to look out for it, see when it drops. Because I think like that had like maybe like a week run in my theater and it was done. And that's the thing,
Yeah,
like when you get like 3 or 4 movies at once, you're like, yeah, I want to check it out, but it's like, dang. And like I said, we only have the three movies technically a week,
yeah,
and I usually always hit the three. So
yeah,
um,
yeah, man.
I'm looking forward to the fourth to having four.
Seriously,
We got dark movies in here. What's up, man? Just saw
yo,
you're
Dark
live
Movies is good,
and
bro.
watching Severance. I'm on season 1, episode 6 right now.
I haven't seen Severance yet.
I
I
haven't
still gotta
either.
tune in.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
don't have
either.
Apple TV, so I gotta find
I
a
don't
way.
either. Actually, I think we were talking. I think I talked about this maybe like another live stream or something. But I feel like they're kind of like the one that's really behind in streaming because they don't really drop content like on the regular, like a Netflix or
Hmm.
some of these other ones. And I think that kind of holds them back um, from getting like more popular and more subscribers and stuff like that because people
Yeah.
always want to watch the new stuff. They always want to watch the newest thing. We're kind of like in that type of
Yeah,
time period, I feel like.
yeah, but I feel like with Apple TV, I think one of the biggest things, I think like there's so many streaming services that
That
like you
too.
have to think about like, what service offers the most. You could
Yeah.
argue, someone could tell me Apple TV has like the best like exclusive shows, and I could believe it,
Hmm.
but something like HBO Max has like a more wider range of content, right? Or like a Netflix, for example. But from what I've been seeing on the internet, from what they've been saying, the internet has been saying that apparently Apple TV is what Prime HBO used to be when they put out The Sopranos and like The Wire and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm like, because I hear nothing but good things about the show, like Severance. There's this one other, I think it's a movie called The Banker with Anthony Mackie, and
Hmm.
they have that Godzilla spinoff. I think it's a show, the Godzilla spinoff show of the MonsterVerse. It's
Hmm.
called, I forgot what it's called. Someone in the chat can let me know what's it called. I can't remember the name of it, but I'm just hearing nothing but good things about it.
I
So I'm
hadn't even
like,
heard of it, so that's interesting that that's
yeah,
even a thing. Didn't know that.
Monarchs or something like that. Yeah,
Oh, okay. Now I've heard of it. Now I
yeah,
remember
yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
He goes, "Yep, those are the Zach AMC nachos he's talking
Those,
about."
dude, those nachos go hard. It's God,
Man, I'm jealous of y'all. I don't have
yeah,
anything nice like
it's so good.
that.
It's so good.
You really have real food in the theater? We only have candy, sodas, and popcorn, at least where I go to.
Yeah, I think it just depends on like what theater, but yeah, ever since like
Yeah.
dining got introduced at AMC, like they have like actual like it's gonna be funny. I used to work at an AMC movie theater like in my
Okay.
younger days. So
Hmm.
like there's like a real kitchen back there where they cook up real food with real ingredients. It's like, huh. And this food is actually pretty good. Like
Interesting.
when I was working there, they've had so many menus. I mean not menus. They've had so many food items,
Hmm.
come and go. Some get discontinued because of like let's say it was too the resources or getting like the ingredients was like too pricey and whatnot. So something had to get cut.
Hmm.
Because I remember when I was working there, they had like these donuts, not like the ones that you see like now, not like today. They were
Hmm.
like these more handcrafted, like I guess donut holes that were
Hmm.
covered in brown sugar and cinnamon, and they had like these caramel dipping sauce and this chocolate dipping sauce, and the
Oh.
donuts were so fresh and warm every single time. There has
Huh.
never been a time where it was cold. It was made like that on the fly. God, it
Wow.
was so good. I will never forget that. But one thing I do miss working at that job were them damn donuts. God, they were so good.
Man, that sounds great. Yeah, I've never. I worked at a movie theater for a brief time, just like as a second
Hmm.
job. I worked at Regal for a little bit, and
Hmm.
most of the kitchen stuff we had is just like throw it in like the microwave or throw it in like the oven real quick, set it on like two
Yeah,
or three minutes, and like that's your food. Like it's pretty much all frozen stuff. So like we
yeah.
had a couple fryers and stuff, but nothing too out of the ordinary. So yeah, I haven't. I need to go to like one of those premier dining ones because we don't have any of that around here at least.
Yeah, oh man.
So maybe I need to go to a bigger city.
It probably may be.
Let's
I think
see.
you got a whole bunch of comments. Oh boy.
This is my
Okay.
wife. She's saying that she can't wait to watch. Well, she's talking about Wicked.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Maybe we can watch it after the stream. I
Yeah,
need to watch it.
I think you'll like it.
I think I will too because I like musicals.
Yeah.
Nice Kenny, he's talking to
Oh, they're talking about
Kenny.
Severance.
Jonathan Major's phenomenal magazine Dreams. I still don't know how I feel about the movie. Um,
That's
yeah, like
fair.
I can understand why someone would feel that way, just based
Mhm.
on like how the movie kind of, I guess like how his character is. It's like I said, he's not the easiest to really, I would say, root for or get into, and it's not like the typical sports movie where, okay, he's the underdog. You know, maybe he has a couple failed trials and
Yeah.
like some errors. Like it's focusing on like that mental health type deal. So, and that's always a tough subject for anyone to sit there and watch. And sitting there and watching his character go through the things that he does, and he brings up some interesting points in the movie as well.
Hmm.
There's a few like different points he mentions, or I was like, yeah, like I understand where he's coming from, and you know how he feels and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
I thought it was a very interesting character study. I really like character study movies. If I can get a good one like that, I'm always for it. So I really enjoyed it. So I
Yeah.
understand though. I feel like maybe you kind of feel conflicted about it, and I need to watch your
Yeah.
review on it actually.
Hell yeah.
Let's see. We got Tennis Reaper in here. What's going on, man?
Yo, tennis was good, man.
He's
Hope you're doing
always
well, brother.
been here supporting. I appreciate it. How's it going today, and how's your day? Pretty good.
Pretty good, man. I'm here.
Uh,
I'm
went
alive,
by
breathing.
fast. I
Yeah.
feel like today. I feel like the weekends always go by fast.
Yeah.
Like
Telling you.
seriously, we need more than 2 days off.
Well, can we like put in a day between Saturday and Sunday? Like, please?
Yeah, I mean, I know a few people that do like the 10-hour shifts and they get the 3 days off. If I could get that, that
Mhm.
would be wonderful. I'd rather do the 10-hour days. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. But I
but
mean,
yeah, I get it. Let's see. We got them kind of conversating back and forth.
okay.
Kenny says his surprise movie is Hard Eyes and My Dead Friend Zoe.
My difference always was good. Hard Eyes, I thought it was okay.
Yeah, that's
I
kind of
don't
how I
really.
felt too. I felt like kind of because it focused a lot on like that romantic comedy aspect, and like I felt like the beginning part of the movie with the slasher aspect was really cool, and then towards like the third act was decent, but like it kind of reminded me of like a Scream type reveal, and
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't
It's
like
just
it.
okay.
Yeah, it was all right. Like I wouldn't mind watching it again, but like I wouldn't like go out and like out of my way and like buy it like day one like on physical. But if it went down in price, maybe like cheaper and was like on a sale or something, maybe I'd pick it up and be like, yeah, I'll give it another shot, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. We have more conversation back and forth, asking people how they're doing.
Yeah.
Let's see. We a lot of conversation back and
Yeah, a
forth.
lot of I'm
We got
looking.
Zach in here going, "What's up?
Oh, Zach, what's good, man?
What is going on,
Hope you're
man?"
doing well, dude.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you joining. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
seriously.
you guys are making me hungry with the food here. He's
The
got yeah, the chicken
food.
strips at my theater are great. I would go in there just to get them. I used to work at Starbucks and the donuts there warmed up was to die for. Yes,
Oh man, I bet it
Starbucks.
was.
I like
Like,
Starbucks. What's crazy is so I live not too far from a highway and literally
hmm.
before the overpass, there's like one Starbucks, and then you go past the overpass, and there's another Starbucks on the other side of. It's like they're literally within like zero point 0.5 miles of each other. It's crazy
Dude,
that they're that close. But
like I like Starbucks, but like I don't really go there that often. I don't really go there anymore.
I don't go regularly, no.
Yeah,
But I mean, they do have some interesting menu items at times and bring in some interesting stuff. I
yeah.
work. Fun fact, Zach. I actually worked at Starbucks for a brief time. I worked there for a couple weeks and I hated it because the reason why I didn't stay there is because it was an overnight shift and
Mm.
there was never anything to do except like I felt like all I was ever doing was sweeping and mopping, and then like maybe a cop would come by and you give him some coffee and that was about it.
Jeez.
So yeah, I didn't really enjoy the job like all that much. It was a little bit too boring for me. I got to have a little bit more substance for me to keep a little busy, you know.
I respect that.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Jess says, my wife says there's a premier dining theater close to where we are staying in Georgia. I was going to ask if you consider going. Sure, we can check it out.
Yeah,
Hopefully, they're
man.
playing something good.
Yeah. Oh man.
Zach says we need Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, just like in other countries. What other
I
countries are
agree,
off?
Zach. I agree, Zach, because like 5 days out the week, because like look, I'm like your average everyday guy, working 40 hours out the week, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Like, can we just get like an extra day? Can we just have that Friday off? Since technically you could argue that is a part of the weekend to a
Yeah,
certain extent, or some people say the second half of that Friday is the weekend. It's like, why can we make the whole day the weekend?
yeah, and I don't know about you, but the traffic in my area on Friday is always the worst. I don't know how it is in your area, but
Oh, it's
it
horrible.
I feel like it's always like the heavy traffic, and then there's not enough lanes and stuff. So
Yeah, yeah. Where I'm at on Fridays, like if you're going into the city or out of the city, it doesn't matter. It's gonna be crowded. Some people are going to the city. Maybe they're getting off work or they want to go to the city, have fun on a Friday night. People are coming home from work,
yeah,
just trying to get home. It's like you can't win. Your best bet is just taking the streets.
yeah,
That's taking
yeah.
way longer.
I try to take different ways if I can, but I mean,
Yeah.
I just feel like Fridays are always a nightmare. I always kind of dread going to work, and then sometimes if I can stay home on that Friday, I try to,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
yeah, it's usually crazy. Yeah, but I agree. I want Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. That's a good idea.
Yeah, man. Oh
Let's
man.
see. Yeah, I wouldn't mind working 2 extra hours a day. Yeah, I agree. I could do
Yeah.
it.
We
Um,
push through.
I haven't heard of this one. Danny Popeye the Slayer
The
Man.
Slayer man.
I haven't heard of that one. There was recently one that just came out that somebody told me about. I forget the name. Then there's another one I saw coming out called Shiver Me Timbers, I believe. So
I don't
I
know
don't
why
know.
that just made me laugh. Shiver me timbers.
There's
When I
so
hear that, I just
many
get to
of
laughing.
these. Yeah, there's so many of these property movies that just keep getting dropped randomly. Like the other day, I saw one. It was about Piglet, and it was just called, I think, Pig. I think.
Pig? You mean like the one
Yeah,
with Nick Cage?
not that one. Not Piggy. You think of Piggy?
No, 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 no. He did a movie called Pig.
No,
Nick
well,
Cage.
oh, you're talking about Nicolas Cage. That one.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
There's another one. There's like another one that's just about Piglet, and I think it's just called Pig or Piglet or something. I forget what it's called, but I
Oh
saw
God.
saw it like, I don't know. I saw it on advertised or something, but I was like,
Yeah,
oh, okay. Because there's so many of these like random movies that get dropped now.
yeah.
Um, Actually, next week I saw at AMC they have another Steamboat Willie movie coming out called Screamboat. I'm always for going to check those out. I mean, they're usually bad a lot of times, but uh, I don't know if they can have a little bit of fun with it. I don't mind it. I know some people aren't into those property kind of movies, but
Yeah.
I don't mind them.
What can you do? Oh
Zach
man.
says, I don't blame you. Starbucks was the Wild Wild West, the location I worked at. Wow.
Hey, Zach, I can believe it because Starbucks is just like the reason why I feel like I can never work at a Starbucks.
Mm.
I've seen people order the most craziest items like imaginable. Oh, can I get this let's say this black iced tea with 7 pumps of sugar, 7 pumps of ketamine, whatever. I'm just like,
The
yo,
customizations.
like, man, we serve coffee. Like I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle that.
Yeah, yeah. Some people are like crazy with their drinks too. I mean, I sometimes they'll post on like Facebook or online like somebody's customizations, and they have like 8 or 9. I'm like, there's no reason why you need all that crap.
Yeah. Like if you need all of that just to get through the day, brother, I think you got bigger things to worry about. Like
And usually most of the time they're adding like a bunch of sugar to it as well. So it's like,
yeah, and say that's gonna hurt you in the long run, man. Like, okay, sure.
yeah. And he said, oh, he says he hated the kids that would come in and order some wild secret
That took
drink that
10
took 10
minutes.
minutes.
See, at that point, I don't want the drink. If I gotta wait 10 minutes just for like, I don't want it, bro.
Yeah, they have a
Wait,
lot of secret drinks, so I
I
understand
don't
where
have
you're
time for
coming
yeah, I
from
don't have time for
there.
secret drink. Like, give me what I need.
Let's see. Uh, Kenny used to work at Starbucks as well. This is funny. Y'all, we
Really?
used to work at Starbucks. I was terrible, even though, or it was terrible, even though I worked there for a year. Could never remember how to put the specialty drinks together. Took me another 10 years to realize I had ADHD. Wow. Okay,
Yeah, dude.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
I didn't know you worked at Starbucks, Kenny. Yeah, I don't know how you did it. I can't
Yeah,
do
man.
it.
That's tough. It's a tough job. I definitely give anybody that has worked there props because it's not an easy job, like
No.
at all. For what you have to deal with and put up with, I couldn't do it. And nowadays, they don't have as many workers as they used to as well, especially with
Yeah.
like all the cuts and stuff they've made. So
Yep.
I totally understand. Can never win with the traffic. I feel like everyone getting off work at the same time. Yeah, pretty
Yep.
much.
That's how it
Everybody's
goes.
everybody got the same schedule all the time.
Hate to see it.
I got my wife in here saying I'm basically my Starbucks order. Just give me my hot mocha and ham and Swiss. Yeah, you don't
Respect.
do anything crazy. Nothing crazy or customizations. Let's see. Oh, Screenboat has Art the Clown in it. I did not know that.
Oh.
Did not know that.
Oh,
Let me look it
David
up.
Howard Thornton. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. See, now I gotta check it out because of him.
yeah. That I think it's only in theaters for 2 or 3 days, and
Oh.
it has limited times. They do that stuff, you know. So I
Yeah, I think they did that with Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey too. It was in
they
theaters
did.
for like 3 days and boom, gone. But
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah, the second one I enjoyed more than the first. I felt like there was a lot more
Yeah.
effort in that one. I am looking forward to the third one whenever they release that
Really
one.
cool.
The only thing I feel with those movies and kind of like the universe they're doing, they call it the Pooniverse.
The Pooniverse, yeah.
I feel like they're rushing some projects, and I felt like they shouldn't have put like so many movies together all at once and like revealed it all. Just like
Mhm.
work on them and release them as they go instead of saying like, yeah, we're gonna drop like 5 movies this year. It's like don't do the Marvel thing. Come on,
Yeah.
don't do that.
So, so almost like they're trying to play catch up. If you ask me, they took a page out of Warner Brothers book. That's what happened with them. That's why DC's getting a reboot. That's why. So,
Yeah.
yeah. What do I know? I'm just a guy.
um, you love David Howard Thornton. I know you
Oh yeah,
do.
he's the goat. The goat.
He's really good. And actually, one of my buddies interviewed him. He's like one of the nicest dudes as well, like really down to
Mm.
earth as well. So, I mean, that's really cool about him as well. And it looks like we're about caught up in the comments,
I
actually.
think Kenny left one.
Did he
Said he used to make
oh,
his own secret
there we go.
drinks.
As bad as it was, he
Oh, that
enjoyed
one,
Blue
yeah.
Blood and Honey.
See, yeah, wasn't bad. I enjoyed that second one. So,
Yeah, that second one was like a lot more fun. I think it's because they had more of the characters in that one.
hmm
Because they had they had the whole gang in that one too. Very
yeah,
interesting to see like where they build off of that. Like, I'm not sure where they could go after that, but
I
it'd
don't
be
know.
interesting to see.
Yeah,
I just like I said, I hope they don't rush it, and I hope they put more effort into it, and we can kind of see it on our end. Because I feel like those movies can be really fun if they
yeah,
do put more effort into it, and because I feel like now we've had so many of those type of like the what do they call them, the oh man, I'm forgetting the term for it. But anyway, those characters that get in the public domain, that's what I was going to
oh,
say.
okay, yeah,
The
yeah, yeah,
public
yeah, yeah, yeah.
domain. Um, they may have so many of them now, and it's just like I feel like they're trying to be the first one to like rush out and get that movie out, and then like the effort isn't there, and it's just like laughable to watch some of these.
Yeah, it's like you gotta delay gratification,
Yeah.
because like, listen, you could like that's how I feel about the Winnie the Pooh movies, right? I guess
Mhm.
this universe, the Pooniverse, right?
Yeah.
Like this universe actually could be like I dropped my phone, whatever. This universe could actually be like fun, right? But like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not saying they're not like putting in effort, but like I think we just need to like actually mellow out some things, like tweak out a few edges, and actually this could be a pretty surprisingly decent universe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. I'm just saying like don't rush it just for it to be like, terrible and also not make a huge profit off it, right?
Yeah,
And
that's true.
that's just me. I mean, given like the source material of what they're working with, that may be a bit more of a challenge because in the public eye, these movies are stupid. But sometimes stupid is fun.
That's true. Yeah,
So,
sometimes a
you
bad
know,
movie can be fun, you know. But
yeah,
yeah,
man.
it just depends. Like not everybody's all into that, so I get it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Kenny in here talking about he used to make his own secret drinks. He'd put the lemon loaf in the blender with simple syrup, vanilla, almond milk, and ice. It was phenomenal. Okay.
See, see, let me find out. Now I'm gonna go. Now I'm gonna have to go to a Starbucks and experiment.
Oh, they'll enjoy it.
Yeah, torture some poor employee. Oh man.
What movies are you most looking forward to in April? So I have a list. Let me
Oh yeah.
see. Let me see what I got because honestly, I forget sometimes what comes out. I can answer this question though. Okay, so within my list, I would say that I'm looking forward to Sinners.
Yep.
That looks good. There's a movie coming out, a horror movie called Until Dawn or Until
Oh,
Dawn.
Until Dawn. Yeah,
Until
yeah,
Dawn.
yeah, yeah. I'm curious about that one for sure. Definitely.
I haven't seen too much on it, so that's good on that aspect. I'd rather go in pretty blind, but I think I
Yeah.
saw like a little bit of the trailer, but it was enough to
Yeah.
intrigue me. I was like, yeah, I'll go check it out.
Because I'm very familiar with the lore of Until Dawn, and I don't want to burst your bubble, but technically this is a video game adaptation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But from what I've seen in the trailer, it doesn't look terrible per
Mm-hmm.
se, because there is a lot of familiarity from the game, but they're
Mm-hmm.
definitely going in a slightly different direction. But
Hmm.
apparently this movie is canon to the game universe. So I'm curious to see how it's all going to play out. Because the game is great. So I just, hope they stick the landing with that movie.
Interesting. Hmm. Yeah, I didn't know it was a video game or anything like that. I didn't know if it was original or what, but
Yeah, but
interesting to know.
hope it works. I hope it works out because oof.
I hope so because I'm looking. I'm I'm looking to have some better movies to watch. For me this
Yeah.
year, it's been a lot of kind of like mediocre, like a lot of okay movies. I feel like
Yeah.
there hasn't been a lot of stuff where I've been kind of like, I love this movie. Like I can't wait to rewatch it again. So yeah, it's been a little tough, I would say.
Yeah, I think things get better as we get closer to the summer.
I agree.
Hopefully. Yeah, because we've had a couple of bangers here and there, but
Yeah,
most of the movies have been kind of just either okay, pretty
yeah.
much. Okay to like terrible. But mostly just okay,
Dude, I've seen
you
some
know.
bad stuff.
Dude, Riot, I'm already know it, man.
Dude, Shutter has
Uh,
been killing me this year.
but Kenny,
But
to answer your question, there are actually two movies I'm looking forward to the most:
uh-huh.
Sinners and actually Warfare.
Oh yeah, that one too. I have that on my
Yeah, because
list.
it actually looks good. I like the cast. I mean, the movie does look pretty entertaining. So I mean,
Yeah,
hey, I'll check it out. And I'm kind of surprised because this is made by A24. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, they gave us Civil War, but like for a movie to focus on the American military, I was kind of surprised that A24 picked up on it. They said, yeah, yeah, we'll distribute it. You know what I mean? So I hope it's good.
yeah. I feel like they are trying to kind of branch out from just being like the horror distributor and trying to
Yeah,
do other things. The problem with them is, and I think you've mentioned it before, is they just don't promote their movies. They don't let people
not at
know
all.
that they're going to come out. One of the movies that came out last year that they did so horrible in promoting and it got nominated for the Oscar was Sing Sing. They did an awful job
Yes,
with it.
awful job. And it's in my opinion, that movie should have been the front runner for their Oscar campaign compared to The Brutalist. Because
Yeah,
I just think Sing Sing is just a better movie and it's more digestible compared to The Brutalist. You know what I mean?
that
That's
is a
just me.
lot.
And the fact that Sing Sing like just got just screwed over in the end, it's like,
It
dude,
did.
that was one of your best movies. Like, do you not believe in promoting your own products? Like, I have
Yeah, and
never seen a company like A24. I've never seen a company like that. They could put out
it's
the best movie ever and not promote it.
yeah, it's crazy. They do it a lot. I mean, they really do.
Yeah.
Um, there was a movie that also came out last year called Problemista, which was never
I heard of that. Yeah.
promoted at all as well. And then sometimes like they only get a couple hundred theaters, and within the case of Sing Sing, so that one only had a few theaters when it first came out. Then it went to
Hmm.
like a couple hundred, and then like by the time my theater got it, we're talking like I'm not even joking. It was like because it came out in July, but it finally didn't
Yeah,
come out to streaming until I think it was like the end of the year. It was like November or December or something when it finally came out on VOD, which is very weird
I
because
believe it.
yeah, it was weird, and then it just dropped one day, and I was like, "Geez, finally!" I mean, didn't have any because I think when it came out in theaters, for me, they only had like one time, and it was at like 10 o'clock
Yeah,
at night. It's like, who the heck can watch it at 10 o'clock at night?
yeah. Like,
So it's
hey
like,
man,
come
people
on.
have jobs.
It definitely frustrated me.
Yeah, man.
Let's see. I guess we'll take a couple more comments because I know you said you wanted to keep it till hour and a half from a
Yeah, I think
person
it's,
named
yeah, we can
Dirty.
answer the rest of the question. Oh, not question, the rest of the comments.
Okay, we'll answer the
Yeah.
rest. So, Kenny, you're the last comment we'll get into, and then we'll get to wrap up. What's next horror slasher? Sesame Street, Cookie Monster? What's the even no cookies? Maybe they would do something like that. I could
Don't
see
give them
it.
ideas, man. Someone's probably writing that down as we speak.
Exactly. Do you think a second watch of Nosferatu changed your original opinion of the film? Okay, so you know why she's asking this is because we went to Walmart today
Yeah.
and she bought Nosferatu on 4K and she never
Mhm.
buys movies. So it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you're gonna buy it, you because she really loved it. I wasn't like
Mhm.
big on the movie, but possibly it could change our mind. I mean, I feel like I do change my mind sometimes after I watch movies. I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure you feel the same as well. You know, you watch a movie, you may
Yeah.
have liked it, or maybe you may like it a little less, or maybe you like it more. I feel like our opinions can change as we grow.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude.
So yeah, definitely, I could say that I could change. I could like it more. Um,
Never know.
Dennis Reaper says he used to play the video game of Until Dawn, and it's amazing. The movie trying to go away from it. Hmm.
They are, yeah, but like I want to give it a chance because it could work. But if it ends up flopping, oh yeah, I'm talking mad shit. Yeah,
I
yeah.
won't have any to talk about as far as the game because I've never played it. So,
Yeah, man.
and then he also said the movies this year he feels are better start than last year.
I'm trying, what came out early last year? I can't even remember.
Dune
If
came
I look
out.
back in, I don't even remember what came out early last year.
Yeah, Dune definitely did, and I don't know.
I
We
guess
see so
Dune
many
was one
movies,
of them.
hard to remember.
Yeah, but this year has been so far, in my opinion, pretty solid or decent enough. So I'll give
Yeah,
him
it
that.
hasn't been horrible.
Nah.
Kenny says for April he's got Sinners, Warfare, Freaky Tales, The Amateur, and The Accountant 2, and Legend of Uchi, which is another A24 film.
Yeah, another
So,
film they won't promote.
hey, I've seen the poster at least.
You know, hey, we know there's something. We know the movie's real.
I don't even think I even saw a poster for Sing Sing now that I think about it.
I've never saw one in person. I've never seen an in-person poster.
That's
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying.
yo,
I don't even think
what are we doing?
I've seen that. Sometimes those movies just, it's a crime.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But for all those, I think I probably will see The Accountant. I don't know. I don't even remember the first Account. I don't know if you've seen it.
It's been so long. I kind of forgot what happened.
Yeah,
It's been years, man.
I'd have to rewatch it. And Freaky Tales, I briefly have heard of that, but I don't remember what it's about. But I remember the name.
I haven't seen the trailer, so I can't speak on it.
Yeah. But the other three, probably will check out. I usually check out any A24 movie, so
Yeah,
I'll probably check it out. And Zach is excited for Sinners, Warfare, and The Amateur.
yeah, solid picks. Solid
And The
picks.
Accountant 2, he said.
Mm.
And then we have Kenny with the last comment to close us out. Sing Sing was damn near impossible to catch in a theater. There were 2 showings in an independent theater on the same day, and then it disappeared for months.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's go to show you, man. And it was horrible because like the movie is so good. It's like, why would you not market this? Like,
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't get it.
And he just said, my buddy Sean, what's going on, Sean, just said that it was good and it just came to HBO Max. So at least it's getting a little bit of
Oh,
love.
yeah. I heard it was coming to HBO. I just forgot when. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's good that it's on there now. It should be more accessible and people can check it out. So I'm
Hell
happy for
yeah.
that they have that deal with HBO Max at least. Because I think most people have that, I think. At least a good
Yeah.
portion. So that's a pretty good streaming service for it to be on.
Yeah, man.
But anyway, I guess we'll get ready to wrap up. I want to thank
Yeah, of
you for joining and hanging out. Everybody that
course.
participated in the comments, thank you. And if you are new to TJ, definitely hit that subscribe button for him. The link is down in the description. And before we close out, I guess I'll say for you, like, do you have anything like coming up or anything you're seeing or any reviews you're working on for the channel or
Well,
anything to
today.
drop?
Oh yeah, yeah. So today I just uploaded my review of Opus. That movie came out last week. To
Yep.
give you the short summary, I was not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
It had good things, it had good ideas present, but overall the movie was pretty forgettable. And then
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I uploaded my review of Magazine Dreams, and the next review I want to do is Ash, because Ash,
Okay.
I actually liked it. I
Okay.
actually liked the movie. Um, as of right now, yeah, it's just Ash. And then at some point I want to do Invincible season 3. I'm
Okay.
gonna do a review of that. If not that, then The Electric State. I heard the movie is horrible, but I need to know how bad. I need to see this for myself. I need to know. I want to experience this absolute monstrosity. I need to know.
Yeah,
I need
I
to
hear you,
see.
man. Like I was. It's funny because when I went to watch it. Before I even watched it, I was just curious and I clicked on Letterboxd and I'm like, oh my gosh, these scores are really bad. I was like,
Yeah,
wow. And I try not to do that though when I go into movies, but I did. I don't know, for some reason I did for that one. But um, yeah, for me, I thought it was. Yeah, I didn't really love it, like it that much, but I didn't hate it. So
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we'll see what you
Probably
feel
not. I
about it.
might like it.
Who
Probably not. But hey,
knows?
you never know. You never
Who
know.
knows?
You never know, man.
um, but yeah, I guess I'll say for me, I just dropped my review for Ash and a movie called
Nice.
Queen of the Ring, which not a lot of people know about. No promotion for that whatsoever.
Oh man, yeah, I never heard. Oh wait. I think I'm. Oh wait, I lied. I saw the trailer, but I never saw the movie. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
know. What you're talking.
It came
Yeah, no
out a
marketing.
couple weeks ago, and I just didn't have time to see it because there was so much stuff coming out that week.
Yeah,
So I finally watched it, and I will be doing a review for Magazine Dreams. And I also watched
nice.
I think it's called the Alto Night
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah,
with
yeah,
Robert De Niro. So those two will be dropping soon, and I think. Oh, and I have one other one I'm going to see this week. The Assessment. I don't know if you've heard of that movie.
I don't think so.
But the Assessment comes out this week, and then there's some other stuff coming out this week that I'll check out. I'll have to check out the schedules, but yeah, always plenty of stuff coming up.
Yeah, man,
But
definitely.
yeah, dude. Again, I appreciate you joining and hanging out and
Yeah,
chatting, and this was fun. And I guess we'll get ready to head out, and I'll talk to you
yeah,
soon, man.
yeah, man. Thank you so much, Brian, for inviting me on. Thank you guys in the chat for tuning in. And
Yeah,
honestly, this was fun. I enjoyed these conversations, man. So
I
for
I,
real,
I agree, dude. It was definitely fun, and I'm glad that you came on and accepted. And yeah, I'd
of
like
course.
love to have you on again at some point. So yeah, dude, I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, and I guess we'll get ready to sign off, man.
All righty. All right. Thank
Alrighty.
you, Ryan. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, anyone in the chat. And yeah, we
Peace.
out.
Takes that long
Oh,